Hi friends, it's Andrew Goodall here again from Nature's Image Photography, and today I'm very happy to announce my little channel has reached 2,000 subscribers. Thanks to everyone who's chosen to follow what I'm doing, and I'm really pleased to be celebrating with a video that I think might be really popular, especially with people who are still finding their way around the Panasonic Lumix G9. It's all about improving your battery life. But before we start, I want to invite you to hit that subscribe button if this is your first visit. I have plenty more content on the way, and this is by far the best way to keep in touch. So first, here's the backstory. According to the specs, the G9 is supposed to get 360 to 400 photos per charge. That's not brilliant if you're used to a more traditional DSLR, but it's not bad in the mirrorless world. But you can imagine my dismay when I took it out for my first proper day of shooting, and I only got 170 photos before the battery completely ran out. I took it to Australia Zoo, and as you can imagine, being a new camera, I did waste a lot of power going through the menu, trying out different functions to see what they do, and reviewing every photo to see how everything was working. But still, 170 photos was less than half of what I was expecting, and I bought this camera for my next tour to Africa, where last year I took almost 1,000 photos on my first day. But I've made some changes since then, and now I can get as many as 700 photos from a fully charged battery, and in this video I want to tell you what I did to get there. By the way, there is an economy section in the menu with a few options designed to conserve battery power. This video is not about any of that, but Panasonic have a good short video you can check out using the link provided in the description below. So after my initial shock at the zoo, I went down to Ted's Cameras to buy a couple of spare batteries. When I told them my story, they said not to worry too much, battery life would improve with use. Something about the lithium ion in the battery needing to be activated, and once it had been used and recharged a few times, the battery would last longer. They also advised me, for the same reason, to make sure I used my spare batteries as well, not just leave them unused in the bag in case of emergency. So here's my first tip: rotate your batteries. If you do have more than one battery, don't just use one, recharge it, and use it again, leaving the spare in the bag. Alternate your batteries so they all get regular use. This turned out to be great advice for me, as I very quickly saw an improvement in how many shots I could get per charge. Now, the other thing that was pretty obvious to me from that first outing was how much battery I wasted going into the menu and trying out settings and functions I didn't really need. This is a very high-tech machine, and every single thing it does uses power. So I started wondering about which functions I could live without. Here are a few of my suggestions, and if you have some more of your own, please put them in the comments below and maybe we can all learn something. My second tip is about continuous autofocus, or AFC. Obviously, some subjects require continuous focus. I use it for birds in flight. But a lot of people leave it there all the time, even though it uses more power than AFS, and most subjects don't really need it. With AFC, the camera is continually checking and adjusting focus as long as your finger's on the button. AFS focuses just once. So when you don't specifically need continuous focus, switch to AFS. My third tip is actually an alternative to my second tip. A lot of photographers like to stick with AFC, but they switch to back button focus. That way, if you need continuous focus, you can hold your thumb down on the AF/AE lock button on the back of the camera. But if you don't, you can focus once and then take your thumb off the button. You can now shoot as many shots as you like without having to focus again until you put your thumb back on the button. If you want to give back button focus a try, here's how you set it up. In the third section of the menu, go to the heading that says Focus Release Shutter. Then go down to where it says Shutter AF and switch it off. This disconnects the front button from the autofocus system. Then go up to the AF/AE lock heading and select AF on. Now you can focus using the AF/AE lock button on the back of the camera, but still shoot using the front button. It means you can use continuous focus, but not use it continuously, if that makes sense. Now I'll be honest with you and tell you I don't use back button focus. After over 30 years of using the front button, it's a habit I just can't break. So I'm sticking with tip number 2. I keep autofocus assigned to the front button, and I only use AFC when I really need it. The rest of the time I use AFS. My fourth tip asks whether you really need auto review. It takes battery power simply recording each photo to the memory card. It takes even more power showing you a copy every time. Not only does it use power, I find it really distracting, so it was one of the first things I switched off when I got the camera. To turn it off, go into the third part of the menu and then down to the Monitor Display heading. Select Auto Review and then you can choose to reduce the time each image shows on screen, or do what I did and simply turn it off. With Constant Preview, the electronic viewfinder doesn't just show you the scene, it shows you how bright or how dark the exposure will be based on the settings you choose. As you change the settings, the screen gets brighter and darker, giving you a genuine preview of the exposure you're about to shoot. But it chews up battery power, and if you don't think you need it, you might prefer to turn it off. To do that, go into that same third part of the menu and find the Constant Preview heading. To turn it off, all you need to do is turn it off. Now when it comes to Auto Review and Constant Preview, they both have their uses, but they both use power as well. I think it's great to have one or the other, but you really don't need both. Personally, I really like Constant Preview, but if I can see the shot I'm about to take before I take it, I don't also need to see a review right after. So for my power saving option, I keep Constant Preview on and I turn Auto Review off. For some subjects, continuous shooting is essential, but many subjects just don't need it. This one might seem a little bit too obvious, but the truth is a lot of us will switch our cameras to burst mode for a particular shoot and then just leave it there. On my older DSLR camera I can stay in burst mode and it's easy to take just one shot with a quick press of the button. On the G9 the button is so sensitive that it's hard not to take at least 2 or 3 photos with every press. Not only does that mean more wasted shots to be deleted, each extra exposure also uses power. So while high-speed continuous on the G9 is fantastic when you need it, when you don't, switch back to single shot. The G9 is designed to let you frame up your photo using the rear LCD and also the electronic viewfinder. When your eye goes to the viewfinder, the image is transferred there and the back screen goes off. It comes back on when you take your eye away. Now I do almost all my photography with my eye up to the viewfinder, so having that screen come on automatically when I'm not using it is a big waste of battery and I prefer to leave it off. By pressing the function 3 button you can switch to viewfinder only. Of course there's an even easier way and that's to simply close the rear screen down altogether. The only time I really use my back screen is when I'm making these videos so that people like you can see what I'm doing. So those are my tips for improving the battery life on your G9. As I said at the start, I can now get up to 700 photos on a fully charged battery. Remember, I said I like to keep Constant Preview on, but every other tip I've mentioned I use myself as often as I can. So let's go over them one more time. I rotate my batteries. I don't use back button focus, but I mostly shoot in AFS and I only use AFC when I need it. While I still use Constant Preview, I have disabled Auto Review. I mostly shoot in single shot release mode and I only use high speed burst when I need it, and I keep my rear LCD screen closed most of the time. So there are my thoughts. Now I invite you to add a few tips of your own in the comments below. For people who are still getting to know their G9, I really hope you found something useful in this video, and please don't forget to subscribe before you go. I'm Andrew Goodall and this is Nature's Image Photography. Thanks for watching.